but there were so many stairs that I had to climb, having to go all the way to the administration block, which is at the top there. It was always a challenge for me, which I had to do all the time because it was required to do certain things there. So accessibility-wise, we do have a long way to go because even though we have the Disability Act past nearly 20 years now, because that was 2006, 2 years time, it will be 20 years, and up till today, the moratorium has passed, and still many facilities don't have accessibility equipment or lifts or ramps. I remember recently, not long ago, I was even at a bank at the airports, and there was a long stairs in front of the bank. I had to climb that stairs, and unfortunately, I went there. They said, "Oh, there's an issue with your check, so if you can go and rectify it." I said, I'm not going back downstairs and climb back." So I stood on my ground. Eventually, they had to, provide a service for me. So it's a big challenge, So.
Jennifer,
yes.
Compare your experience in Ghana with when you went to America. What's it like?
I'll tell you, I cannot sing the same song. There is accommodation, there is accessibility, and there is not a single building in a social area that is not accessible. You will not start your business in America. So I would say I can sing the same song. I work with a company, and if you think about disability, I see disability to be the absence of accessibility and accommodation. Because let's talk about stairs. If you want to get to the second floor and I want to get to the second floor, if I have an elevator, I could get there equally as you.
Yep.
So then there is no disability. Everything is transparent. Maybe when we get to the second floor and we have to pass a test on a paper, then you can try to challenge me then. But at that point, we can all get there equally. So I cannot sing the same song, but it's rather unfortunate, go from our airports in Ghana and compare it to the United States, vast difference. It's like day and night, So unfortunately, I cannot sing the same song. We do have push doors at entryways. Every company is inclusive. You get to the building from your car park all the way to your decks. Let's just say my office. You get from the car park all the way to your decks. It is accessible. They are thinking about the physically challenged, the vision challenge. They are thinking about everybody, the hearing, so like it is different when you get here.
It's inclusive over there.
It's so inclusive, and you feel you belong.
I'm glad that both of you have risen to the challenge, and you're not just sitting in your corner, but you also want to help people. So you both set up foundations. And there's a lot happening in Ghana, not like you're back, but you're based in the States. In Soham, Kumasi, Tamale, what's going on? It's not football.
No, it's not football. So this year we do have 4 footprints. We started yesterday with the Nima community of the physically challenged, where we donated crutches and gave motivational speech with collaboration with one good Alhaji. I cannot even thank him enough. Alhaji, thank you. And in Sawam is tomorrow at the Orthopedic Training Center in Edwejuri, where I was, trained how to use these crutches, where my advocates started working with the physically challenged. We have $20,000 worth of donation to the OTC community for the children who are physically challenged out there. And then we take it up to Kumasi, where we go to Alaba Market with collaboration with Simba Africa to donate crutches, mobility device to the physically challenged in the markets out there. And we take it up north to Tamale on Tuesday, where we go out there to meet a whole group of physically challenged entrepreneurs. I think about 200 head counts, and we do a donation, and we're thinking of building an accessible resource center for the physically challenged community out there. And I am tagging Matheson along with me on these trips.
Yes. Matheson, what's it like, so far?
Well, this is actually the second year we're doing this, and Jennifer and Vigilo Foundation have been really supportive of what we are also doing here, because in promoting some of the entrepreneurs with disability, we did a and some of the entrepreneurs that were featured on the film had mobility challenges, and their foundation came and partnered with us to support them, providing them with calipers, crutches, and other supports that they needed to help them grow. And it's been awesome since then. And this year, she's here again, and this is the 4th year you've been doing this,
yes.
right? And yeah, I like the consistency of it, and I really appreciate everything she's doing. And so we are here to support you.
Awesome. When you hear about how inclusive the society is in America, and then you compare, I mean, what will it take for us to get to a situation where people will feel that they belong, they are included, and there are no barriers really, except those in their minds?
So
when a man says, big thing they can't.
well, I say because I studied history, so I usually like to compare stuff with what history tells us. Sure. And from our cultural history, disability has always been inclusive. People with disability have always been inclusive. Like, there's even a saying that there's no orphan in our culture. There's a key saying for that. And so everybody was accepted in our culture, but it's more of recent, I feel like, that there's all these persons with disability and this persons and this person. So that is, I see, has become the challenge. So we are in a state where we are not accepting persons with disabilities. So until we get to that space where we accept them, these accessibility challenges are always going to be with us, because persons with disability aren't still accepted within the mainstream. I mean,
is it a constant battle for you?
It is. I mean, I was listening to the news few weeks ago, and then even with the amputee football, the challenge they had, going, I mean, 3 consecutive times winning the trophies, and still the challenges that they go through as as a football team representing the country. And just the fact that the amputees, their treatment is completely different. You get it? Yeah. So it's until we get to that place where we accept disability, we accept person with disability, we're going to have this accessibility challenges with us all the time. Yeah.
Jennifer, where do you get the resilience from?
The resilience is coming from when you have lived a life before and you know it is unpleasant. I think it will be cruel or wicked for you not to make it better for the upcoming generation when they are facing the same thing. So I guess that's where my resilience is coming from. And who am I to say I'm not coming to pay back to the community I come from? Reverend Sister Elizabeth from the OTC is from Louisiana in America. This lady abandoned her rich culture and is here. Has no child of her own, but being a mother to many who are abandoned by their parents. Brother Tissesius, may his soul rest in peace. He lived in the Netherlands, rich culture. Again, back here in the 70s, died here on the soil, helping people with disability. So that is where my resilience is coming from.
People still abandon their children
yes.
because they have disabilities?
Yes, because they are forbidden. Yeah, they are right up there. There are people who are treating their stepchildren, soaking their hands in hot waters, bent off out there. Wow. Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
A lot to process.
Yes.
How do you raise the funds for these activities? I mean, $20,000 worth of mobility equipment is a lot of money.
If you ask me, I don't know how it happens, but it happens, and I'll give you a quick story about that. So I came in last 2 years, and I fell and hurt my shoulder. I went to the United States, talked to my doctor about it, and he referred me to an orthopedic. I went out there and we were talking. He asked me, Jennifer, what happened? I said, I went to Africa, I tripped, I fell, and this is what happened. He said, but what did you go to Africa for? I said, that's where I'm from, and I have a foundation, so I went to do a donation. He was like, a foundation for what? So I started telling my story. He was like, wow, let me see what I can do to help you. As we speak, the orthopedic has given me crutches, prosthetic stuff for the OTC.
The
doctor who was supposed to take care of me is now donating to the foundation. Right. And then I have friends and families that I talk to. I'm like, listen, you guys have seen me grow. And I think if there is anything you could have done for me that you regret doing for me, just give an annual donation.
Finish.
That's it.
I think you're a good fundraiser. What kind of good stories do you have to share about people who are willing to help your foundation?
Well, so the interesting thing is that persons with disability actually has more to tell than the fact that they need help. And that's what Abilities Africa Foundation seeks to do, to the fact that persons with disability are actually contributing to the socio-economic growth of this country and then even the continent as a whole. And they do it in various ways as entrepreneurs, as people working in offices and many spaces, and their stories are not being told. And that's what Abilities Africa Foundation seeks to do, is to help us see these people, expose them, tell their story, and then also through some of the trainings that we are starting to do, entrepreneurial training, and even some donations to support these individuals to keep doing what they are doing. Because the thing is, we have to know that these persons with disabilities also have family. They are taking care of their families. Yeah, you know, and then some of them are really working really hard to actually provide their own, 3 square meal, and then also take care of their family, their children's school fees. So they are doing a lot to contribute to the community, to the nation, and then we need to recognize these individuals. So that's what Abilities Africa Foundation seeks to do, to expose the abilities of all these individuals or persons with disability. Yeah.
Jennifer, you get the thing that people find it hard to see you as a person beyond your crutches.
Yes, but I think I'm way past that stage. You see me and take a quick glance, you see a young lady or an old lady with disability.
You know the old lady.
But you start talking to me, trust me, you would start saying your disability and forget about mine. I make sure I bring my skill set to the table.
What do you do? What are your skill sets? What's your work?
Oh, okay. So I work with JP Chase.
Okay,
I'm sorry?
It's a big bank.
Thank you. In the Office of Disability and Inclusion under the best team. And let me tell you something about JP Chase. Every time I talk about them, I get chills. I choose them to be the employer of choice because this company is taking care of the less privileged, bringing them to light, putting food on their table, changing communities, okay? We are at the point where they are way beyond disability. They're thinking of how they can hire more autistic into the workforce. Ghana, we need to run and chase this, So with that said, I don't see myself as a disabled, but I see myself as an advocate for the physically challenged.
What did you study in school?
I did HR.
Okay.
I became an HR recruiter with the same bank. I've been with the same bank for 20 years. But there was still the hunger. I wanted to do more. And I landed my job with the Office of Disability and Inclusion. I'm like, this is it. And it brings me so much joy.
I can see it in your face.
Thank you.
What did you study in school, man?
Well, I studied, like I said, history, yeah. But I eventually completed with English and French.
Okay. Tu parles français?
Oui, un petit peu.
Un petit peu.
And growing up, my inspiration has always been to be a historian. Because I remember reading a book where I got to learn a bit more about the African history connected with those in the West, the Americas. And
which book was that?
Sorry?
Which book was that?
So that's the interesting thing. Every time I tell the story, they ask me which book, and I've forgotten that.
But written by an African?
Yeah, it was written by an African. Right. I was very young, then probably GHS when I read that book. And then I changed all my courses after reading that book.
Wow, the power of one book.
Yeah, one book. And then, so I decided to do history, and eventually I went through, but I didn't become a historian. But what my work that I do currently offers me is to still learn about history. So I'm also a filmmaker. I do documentary films. And so we usually work with people who have done research into certain subjects, and then we do documentary films on that. And I'm always learning about our history and then bringing it into films for the screens. So that is where actually the foundation started from, because we did a film where we're promoting entrepreneurs with disability, and then that's when we realized there needs to be more done to support these individuals,
Okay.
myself as an entrepreneur.
Awesome.
So that's when we started. Yeah.
Nice. Martin, the filmmaker, Jennifer, the HR guru. There's a video we want to watch. We just shows what. Tell me about the video.
So there's a video out there. Last year I was on the studio and I had given you my legs that I was going to be visiting, but the videos were not ready. So I came to, fulfill that video for you.
Okay.
And then there is a video out there about yesterday when we went to the Nima community to do a donation.
Okay. Let's check out the video. I'm here with Jennifer and Mattison. It's all about, just giving back to the community. Check it out.
We hit grounds on Orthopedic Center where we did the grand donation. We gave out food items, a check of $5,000, and we had a great event. The children were so excited. Turn-up was great. On the 23rd, we took our mobility to the Ashanti region where we hit the market areas and stopped by randomly physically challenged individuals and gave them mobility device. The smiles on their face is a touch to the heart. I loved it. And that is what I call success. Today we were welcomed by the chief of Chedo as family with kola nuts, signified as children of the palace. Then we were escorted to a very well organized event that brought together the disabled community. This comprises of the deaf and hard of hearing and vision impaired. We discussed in this meeting how we are going to collaborate to help this group and build a resource center for this group. Give them crutches, make a huge donation. So I believe it is a great idea. So we are going to collaborate with them and get that resource center built for them. We just don't want poverty to stop anyone from being mobile. If you are mobile, if you can move from one place to the other, you can do something in life. And we strongly believe that because I'm a living testimony.
Good job there, Jennifer. So what can people take from this conversation? Who do you want to shout out? What's next?
All right. So I would like to say thank you, first of all, Kafui, for hosting this program with us. And we want to thank our viewers. We want to say go out there, continue to break barriers, remove stigmas, and make sure and understand that when we are all inclusive, we all win. I would like to take this note to thank the employees of JP Morgan Chase, the Office of Disability and Inclusion team, and I would like to thank Hot FM, Abovo Chocolate, Orthopedic One, Queen Med, Dr. Vasti, thank you very much, Encompass Dental, Delaware Vision Care, for the opportunity that you guys have given Vigilo to reach out to the world such as this to help the community. That reminds me of what I once was. And if you can look us up on social media, it will be vigilomobility.org for our website, vigilomobility.org for our website. And then we have Instagram, Vigilo Mobility Foundation, Vigilo_Mobility_Foundation for Instagram. Facebook is Vigilo Mobility Foundation. Our phone number, you can catch us on WhatsApp since it's a long distance. So it'll be 1740-764-2303. 1740-764-2303. You can also write to us, leave a voice note, allow at least 3 to 4 days because I have a full-time job. I am a mother of 3 girls, a wife, and I head this foundation. So I appreciate your patience in advance. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. How do you get in touch with you, Mattison?
All right. So also to reach to the foundation, you can go to Stylus Innovative Studios.com/Abilities Africa Foundation. So Stylus is STYLUS Innovation Studios.com/Abilities Africa Foundation. The same on Instagram as well, Abilities Africa Foundation. And you will see, as you visit the website, you'll see some of the work we do and then how you can support us as well.
Okay, can we find your films there as well?
The films, you can find the links to the films there. By the films, I think some of them have been on GTV and then
great.
also on Exodus Creative Africa YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, thank you so much. That's Martin Safwa Chamel, founder of Abilities Africa Foundation, and Jennifer Mensah Bonzi, founder of Vigilo Mobility Foundation. Thank you so much. So watch out in Sawam, watch out Kumasi, watch out Tamale.
Yes.
You are coming.
I am coming.
Giddy, giddy, giddy.
You can also catch us on Action at Ogbojo for Thanksgiving service and refreshment after church service.
Yes, and Christian is there.
Christian is there, Uncle Latu is there.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, so thank you so much. And keep it right here on GTV. In case you missed the conversation, just go to our Facebook page, GTV Ghana. You get the whole conversation again. You can forward it to your friends and people who need to hear this story. We will come back with social media corner and sports and headlines. And of course, we've got some live music in the show, and we are still chasing those who are misbehaving on the roads. Our road safety doesn't end. There's a traffic light. We're coming close to you. If your traffic light is dead, let us know. We'll revive it, like we revived the ones at the Electoral Commission yesterday. Thanks to the team here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. This is GTV. My name is Kapwi.